All right, so we're diving into the Matrix today.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This review we have here is really something.
Oh, yeah.
It goes deep on why, even though it came out way back in '99,
hmm
it still kind of blows people's minds.
I can see that.
Yeah, and we're not just going to rehash the whole plot,
Right.
but really try and pull out what makes it stick with people
Okay.
and maybe even, make you think about your own reality a bit differently.
Sounds like fun.
It does. So, the premise, right?
Yeah.
The Matrix just throws this question out there. What if, everything we think is real isn't? What if it's a simulation?
It's a question that, has been around for centuries with
Yeah.
philosophers and all that, but the
Yeah.
Matrix brings it to life, visually and intellectually.
It really makes you think, right?
Yeah.
What if everything you see, everything you feel,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, I don't know, a carefully constructed illusion?
Well, and that's where this idea of hyperreality comes in, right?
Oh, yeah. The review mentions that.
It's from Jean Baudrillard, and it's basically this idea that the simulation can be so real, so convincing, that you can't tell it apart from actual reality.
Wow.
And the film uses those visuals, right? The green-tinted Matrix world
Yeah.
versus the cold blue of the real world to really hammer that home.
It makes me think about some things in our own lives, like social media,
Oh, interesting.
with all the perfect pictures and stuff and how everyone presents themselves online.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's hard to tell what's real anymore.
that's a great point. The film is almost prophetic in a way,
It is.
foreshadowing how the lines between real and virtual are getting blurry.
Yeah, totally.
And then, of course, you have that red pill, blue pill choice that Neo faces.
Right. That's become such a huge thing even outside of the film.
Absolutely.
Like that choice between knowing the hard truth
Mm-hmm.
or just staying comfortable in the illusion.
The film really nails that dilemma, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Makes you wonder what you would do.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Would you take the red pill, even if it's painful,
Mm-hmm.
or just stick with the blue pill and, I don't know, blissfully ignore everything?
Tough choice.
It is. Honestly, I think I faced those kinds of choices in my own life.
Really?
Maybe not as dramatic, but times where I had to decide to face something difficult or just look away.
We've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah, it's that human struggle that makes The Matrix so relatable, I think.
Totally agree. It's universal.
So we've got this mind-bending premise, all these deep ideas,
Right.
and then we meet our hero, Neo.
Neo, he's something else.
I know, right? Starts as Thomas Anderson, just
Yeah.
an ordinary guy, a hacker,
Mm-hmm.
but then he becomes the one, destined to free humanity from the Matrix.
It's a classic hero's journey.
It is, and the review pointed out that Neo's name is an anagram for one.
Oh, wow. I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's one of those little details that adds so much.
Definitely. The Wachowskis really thought of everything.
And speaking of details, the review compares Neo's journey to Plato's allegory in the cave.
Ah, yes. I love that allegory.
Remember that. It's about those prisoners chained in a cave.
Right. They can only see shadows on the wall.
Yeah, and they think that's reality until one of them escapes.
And sees the real world, the light.
Exactly. And Neo is like that prisoner, forced to face the truth, however harsh it is.
It's a powerful metaphor for enlightenment, isn't it?
It is, breaking free from our limited perceptions.
Absolutely.
But The Matrix doesn't just talk about these ideas, it shows them
Oh, for sure.
in this visually stunning way. Remember the bullet time?
Oh, man, the bullet time. Revolutionary.
I know. The way the camera moves around the action in slow motion.
And everything else is frozen.
Yeah. It blew my mind
It changed the way action was filmed.
completely.
You can see the influence of anime there, like Ghost in the Shell.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That style, that kinetic energy.
And the review also talks about how those fight scenes, they're not just there to look cool.
No, they're symbolic.
Yeah, they show Neo's growing control over the Matrix.
As he learns more, he can manipulate the rules.
Right, like in that lobby shootout, dodging bullets, defying gravity.
It's like he's bending reality.
I know. And the film doesn't just rely on Neo, right?
No, it has this amazing ensemble cast,
Yeah, every character is important.
each representing something different.
Like Morpheus, the mentor.
Oh, Morpheus, love him.
His name, comes from the Greek god of dreams.
Oh, right. I never thought about that.
It fits perfectly because he helps Neo wake up from the dream of the Matrix.
He's the one offering the choice, the red pill or the blue pill.
The choice between illusion and truth.
Exactly.
And then there's Trinity. Her name kind of alludes to the Holy Trinity,
Good,
right?
I see that.
She represents faith, a grounding force for Neo.
It's a reminder that even in this dark world, human connection matters.
It does.
And then you have Agent Smith, the ultimate bad guy.
Oh, he's terrifying.
He's the embodiment of the system, the control.
He's like programmed to eliminate any threat.
Yeah, a chilling representation of authority.
And let's not forget Cypher.
Oh, Cypher.
He's the one who betrays the group, chooses the easy way out.
He chooses comfort over truth, even freedom.
It's like that part of us that just wants to ignore the hard stuff, no matter the cost.
The review even compares him to Judas.
I know, right? It adds so much depth to his character.
It's amazing how The Matrix weaves in these biblical and mythological references.
It does. It gives it this timeless feel.
Yeah, it's not just a sci-fi flick. It's something more.
Okay, so we've talked about the premise, the choices, the hero, the symbolism. But The Matrix also shows this struggle between man and machine.
Oh, for sure.
Which, feels even more relevant today.
Absolutely. It's like the film predicted our anxieties about technology.
It does.
Yeah.
Like the machines using humans as batteries.
It's not just sci-fi, it's a metaphor.
It is for how we can be exploited, commodified.
It makes you wonder, are we already living in a kind of matrix?
I know, right? Are we enslaved by our own technology?
Chilling thought.
It is, and it's just one reason why The Matrix is still talked about today. We've covered a lot in this first part of our dive, but there's so much more to explore.
Oh yeah, we've barely scratched the surface.
I know, we haven't even touched on the sound design.
Right.
Or the impact it's had on pop culture.
And that message about human potential and choice.
So much more to unpack, and I can't wait.
Can either.
It's going to be fascinating to see what other insights we uncover.
Definitely.
That idea of us being like batteries for machines.
Oh, yeah.
It's disturbing, but kind of fits,
In a metaphorical sense.
Yeah, like when Morpheus says the Matrix is a prison for your mind, makes you think, are WE becoming slaves to technology?
It's a powerful metaphor, especially when you think about consumerism.
Right.
How we're always being pushed to buy, to consume.
Our attention, our data, it's all valuable.
Exactly. The Matrix makes us confront that.
Makes you think, for sure.
It does.
But it's not just about the ideas, right? It's a whole experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Visually. And the sound, the review talks about that too.
The sound design is incredible. It is.
It's not just background noise, it's part of the storytelling.
Right?
Those sound effects, especially during the fights.
Oh, yeah.
It's so immersive, you feel like you're right there in the Matrix.
Like you can feel the wind from the helicopters when they're chasing Neo and Trinity.
Exactly. Sound can really transport you.
It can, and the music, too. Don Davis's score.
Oh, the score is brilliant.
It's not your typical action movie stuff.
No, it's got those big orchestral moments,
Yeah.
but also these electronic, almost industrial sounds.
Creates this unease, this tension.
It reflects the duality of the film's world.
Right.
Like you hear those soaring melodies in the real world, but then harsh mechanical sounds in the Matrix.
Like the music is mirroring Neo's journey, his struggle.
It is. It's a sonic landscape that's both beautiful and unsettling.
Perfectly captures the film, Illusion, control, rebellion.
Absolutely.
It's wild to think The Matrix came out like 25 years ago.
I know.
But it still feels so relevant.
Its influence is everywhere in pop culture, fashion. Oh yeah, those black trench coats, the sunglasses.
Everyone knows the red pill, blue pill metaphor now.
It's like the film seeped into our DNA.
And those themes, free will, AI, the nature of reality, they're even bigger now.
They are. We're living in a time where those questions about technology, they matter more than ever.
The rise of VR, the metaverse.
Blurs the lines between real and virtual, like the Wachowskis predicted it.
It's almost scary how accurate they were.
I know, and the way they use those visual effects to tell a story that makes you think ADD.
It's masterful filmmaking.
The bullet time, the fights, the CGI.
It was groundbreaking, and it still holds up.
So many action films tried to copy it.
Oh, yeah. The Matrix changed the game.
But it's more than just the effects, right?
Oh, definitely.
There's that message about what humans are capable of.
About choice, about breaking free.
Neo's journey shows us we're not limited by what we perceive as real.
We can question, we can challenge, we can break free from control.
It's hopeful, empowering.
It reminds us we can fight for freedom even when things seem impossible.
And it's not just individual, right?
No, it's about our responsibility with technology.
Shaping the future.
Yeah.
Making sure it serves us, not the other way around.
It's a call to action to be mindful of the choices we make.
Because those choices shape the world we live in.
Exactly. And the way The Matrix does all of this.
I know. It's just, wow.
A masterpiece.
We've talked about the sound, the impact, the legacy, the human element, so much.
Where do we even go from here?
I know, right? It feels like we could talk about The Matrix forever.
There's always more to uncover, but there is one thing.
Okay, what's that?
Something we haven't touched on yet that really explains why this film is so enduring.
I'm all ears, tell me. Okay, I'm hooked, tell me more.
So we've talked about the philosophy, the visuals, the impact.
Right, all the big stuff.
But what really makes The Matrix a masterpiece, it's pure originality.
Oh, absolutely. Like, it was unlike anything we'd ever seen.
Think about it. Back in '99, sci-fi was all, dystopias or space adventures?
Yeah, pretty much.
But the Wachowskis, they took those ideas, AI, virtual reality, the fight against a system, but they mixed it up.
Yeah, they did.
With cyberpunk, anime, Hong Kong action.
And even philosophy?
Exactly. They created something totally new.
It was like this genre-bending explosion of ideas.
And the look of the film, the style.
Oh, yeah.
It was all so fresh, so groundbreaking.
It wasn't just the visuals, though, right?
No, the way they told the story, the structure of it.
Yeah, the multiple layers of reality, real and simulated.
Blending it all together, you never knew what was real.
It kept you guessing the whole time.
And thinking. The film makes you think.
It does, but it's still entertaining.
Exactly. That's the key. They found that balance.
Thought-provoking and fun to watch.
You can enjoy it on so many levels just for the action.
Or the effects.
But then you can go deeper. Think about the themes.
The questions about technology.
It's a film you can watch again and again.
Oh, yeah, every time you see something new.
And that's why it still resonates today.
I think so, too. It's both timely and timeless.
It speaks to our fears, but also our hopes.
Exactly. It's about the future, about choice.
So, thinking back on all of it.
I know, we've covered a lot.
What stands out to you the most?
Honestly, I think it's that message of hope.
Oh, I agree.
Even in a simulated world, we have the power to choose.
To fight for our freedom, to shape our own destiny.
Especially in today's world, that's a powerful message.
It is. It's a reminder that we're not just along for the ride.
We can question things, challenge the status quo.
Create a better future.
That's the legacy of The Matrix.
It's a call to action, to wake up and see things differently.
This deep dive has been amazing.
Glad you enjoyed it.
And to our listener, as you go back out into the world, remember, the choice is yours. What will you choose?
Keep questioning, keep exploring. There's more to reality than meets the eye.